Hi, I'm Anthony from Learning to Play the Guitar. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the song Is There Anybody Out There by Pink Floyd from their 1979 album, The Wall. While this tune was written by Roger Waters, I always thought that the guitar part on this track was played by David Gilmour, but looking up on Wikipedia just before, I discovered that this part is actually played by a classical player named Joe DiBlasi, brought in by the orchestrator Michael Kamen. This was because David Gilmour felt that he couldn't play the guitar part very well with this fingerstyle technique. It's a really beautiful piece of music, and it's a great exercise in developing your fingerstyle technique on the guitar. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe, and you can check out more lessons and my books at my website, learningtoplaytheguitar.net. For the intro of the song is based around the key of A minor, so we're based around the A minor chord, but all we're really picking at the start here is an open A and a fret 2 A note there, as you can see in the tab. So finger picking, of course, this tune, so thumb on the A string, index finger plucking the G string. That's pretty simple. There's 8 bars of that setting a somber tone. So then we get into the main theme of the song. It has a sort of chromatic rising bass note a la the James Bond theme and other things like that. Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. So we have the first chord is A minor, but it's written here as A minor with E in the bass because the bass note we're emphasizing is this E note here, there on the D string. The second chord is F major 7, so we're just flipping this chord shape around. The first finger stays the same. This is F major 7, F with the open E on the bottom there, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, or F sharp half diminished if you're a jazz sort of guy, which is basically moving the F note on fret 3 to F sharp on fret 4. So a bit stretchy, little finger there, second finger on the A still, first finger on the C note there, open E again, 4 strings, sort of very unsettled, back to F major 7. So with that little sequence for the main theme, we're going to pick up and down the 4 strings of D, G, B and E, or 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. And to pick that, I'm using my thumb, index, middle and ring fingers. So my thumb will pick the D string, index will pick the G, middle finger will pick the B string, hope you can see that, and my ring finger on the bottom, if you can see that, it's picking the bottom string. And so to get the finger picking thing going, the thumb sticks out sideways, and the other guys are up like a claw, doing that sort of shape. Hopefully you can see that. And here we're going to emphasize the bass notes with these little accents as written here in the notation and the tab. So we're going to pick arpeggios down and up, or up and down, however you want to look at it. And that pattern will now be repeated for the F major 7 chord. Same thing. Little finger will stretch out for number 4. And back to the F on number 3. And the next bit is again based around A minor, of course, the bass note moving around. So we have an A minor with the E bass note, same 4 strings, emphasizing the bass finger off here. So we have an open D string, the other 2 guys are the same. The little finger goes to the C note in the bass on the A string. And now we're going to flip around the second finger up here to the B on fret 2 on the A string. So A minor with a B bass. And then back to a regular A minor shape here. And there's a couple of ways of plucking this. I like to do what's called the double thumb. So I'm going to go thumb, thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index, thumb for that first bar. And here you could do more thumb, 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 index, middle, or if you prefer, grab the 4 fingers up. So yeah, thumb, index now on the D string, middle on the G string, and ring finger on the B string. But I like to just keep the thumb on the one spot. Jeff Buckley does that for Hallelujah, and so I'm sort of copying what he does, and so I like to leave the thumb. So we have lots of thumb. thumb, thumb, index, middle, ring, index, middle, ring, thumb, thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, thumb, thumb. And there's two patterns of that little A minor thing there. That thing goes around again, back to the main theme. That thing with the 4 chords, or 3 chords, 4 bars though. Now the second half has a slightly different ending, starting with the F major 7. We're going to walk down fret 2 there, which is an E note, which is number 2 on the D string. And then we're going to have fingers 1 and 2 here on a C and an A on the GB strings. And we have an open D string, up and down. And now we have a little deviation of C, B, which is with my thumb on the A string, 3, 2, A minor again with my double thumb story. Same thing happening again, except for now, still just A minor, but we're going to go thumb and finish on the E string, and we have a little break into the next section. So the next part, which is like a bridge in the song, breaking up the A minor part, goes to a C chord. We have a GB type thing, or a G sus4B, which is one of these guys, with a first finger staying on the C, second finger on the B note, and then we have an A minor type thing, but it's really more of an A sus2. I like to use fingers 1 and 2, which we'll talk about in a second. So the picking here, again, similar finger picky stuff going on. I'm going to go double thumb again on the C, up and down, or down and up. Now the GB, I'm going to stick that second finger there on the B note. First finger hasn't moved, other guy disappears. And I'm going to go thumb, thumb, index, middle. Little finger jumps in here to grab the 3D note on the B string. But E string with my ring finger on the bottom, sorry. Back to the 3D. And the number 1, so that little guy is, hopefully you could see my little finger coming on and off there on the 3D, back to the number 1 C note. So I'm hanging on to that and not letting go. Now I'm going to jump to A sus2, which is an A chord with an open B string. You could go fingers 2 and 3 like a normal A minor, but for ease of operation I like to go fingers 1 and 2 on the 2 2s there on the D, G strings in the middle. So again, I'm going to double thumb here. Slide up to fret 5 with my second finger, and he's going to stay on this G string all the way through. Third finger underneath on the 5, this is the last bar there. Jump back to 4 on the G string now with my second finger staying on that G string. Then I have the classic David Gilmour sort of double finger thing happening. A 4 3, sliding to the 1 2, and then I've got a 1 2 again, and there's a double flick off, pull off thing. And then I'm going to hit those open GB strings again and a single G. So it's a bit of action there. So if I do that slowly from the A with the 2 fingers, I'm going to go A, thumb, thumb, picking. 2, and I'm going to slide to the 5 on the G string. Other 5 with my other finger underneath on the B string. 4 is my second finger there, pair. 3, 4, sliding to a 1 2, a 1 2, double pull off, open pair of GBs, open G. Second half, C again, similar beginning. The GB thing. There's a subtle hammer on there, but if you need to pluck it, that's okay. For the 1 to the 3 there, the C to the D. And A sus2 again. Here, I like 1 and 2 again, and I add a little slide in that's not quite there on the original, where we're going to go thumb, thumb, and back to the 2. On the recording, I think he actually plays an open G, but it's nicer to slide this all the way up to the number 9, which is the next note, of course. So we're going to go. And that's an 8 on the bottom. Second finger again is glued onto the G string, slides to the 7, and the 7. So that classic little 6 sort of moves, which is in lots of soul sort of tunes and other Beatles songs and lots of stuff like that. So again, big slide to 9, second finger's hanging on the G string. That's my double 7 there. And then after that goes back to the main theme for the end. F, F sharp, back to F. Now the end is sort of the same as the beginning as at the start, but we're going to slow down. Same thing. Now though we have an A minor, or start of an A minor, thumb, thumb, index, middle, sliding to fret 5 on the B string there, fret 5 on the bottom, which is an A, B, little finger C on fret 8. Then we have this jazzy A minor chord, which I'm calling an A minor add 2. So we've got open A, fret 10, fret 9, my index and second finger, pair of 12s, my little finger down the B, E strings. Doing that. If you find that a bit awkward, you can always get around that by just having the B, E strings being open, which also sounds really good.